Last week on Mental Health with Mel, I made a video, and that was all about me misunderstanding my diagnosis and how we talked about what I actually am diagnosed with and a little bit of the symptoms of bipolar and how bipolar really is. This week, I thought it would be really important to talk about self-understanding and self-love and self-doubt, honestly, just because a lot of the time when we get diagnosed, and I'm speaking like in general, some people don't, but a lot of us do feel like we don't understand ourselves anymore, or we don't understand how we got to the conclusions in the past that we did, like how we made decisions, or if those decisions were actually made in a rational mindset. So I wanted to get into that this week. That's really important. I want to break it down because I have been struggling with that. I have been doubting myself a lot lately just because I just feel like I don't know how I came to conclusions that I have in the past, and if I was at a healthy time frame when I made them, or if I was making them because I was manic and just impulsive, or if I was depressed and so I was making those, and just questioning myself, just questioning all of my decisions, which seems like completely not rational just because I've made them already and I don't regret my decisions. I am where I am today because of all of the life experiences that I have had and all of the decisions I've made. So it seems really odd to me that I am now questioning myself when I was completely fine with it before. So I was completely confident in my decisions. I felt like they were justified. I felt like I understood why I was making them, and I felt like they were normal, like just rational. I've thought them through, like they were good decisions. And then all of a sudden I got diagnosed with bipolar and self-destructive tendencies and anxiety. I stopped and I was like, does this mean that all of my decisions were like my decisions but like not my decisions? I wouldn't, like, that doesn't make any sense. I've always been this is me. I've always been this person, and if that means that I've had bipolar my whole life, then I've always had it. So why am I questioning my decisions now? And my therapist did stop me when I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to make decisions right now. Like, I don't know. And he was like, Melanie, like, you really need to stop and think about it. You've always made decisions with bipolar. You've been bipolar. This is you. I'm just giving it a label, but this is you. So that is taking a bit for me to step back and understand. No, I am Melanie. I am not my mental health disability. It's kind of too late to go back and try and figure out where you were. Now it's time to look forward and stop questioning yourself, because now you're going to get the tools that you need to make sure that you are comfortable making these decisions. Because at the end of the day, people with or without any kind of mental health disorders still make decisions, and they make them, and it could be the best thing that's ever happened to them in their lives, or it could be the worst thing that has ever happened ever. But there's no way of knowing. So you can't sit down and self-doubt all of the time, because you have to make decisions. You can't just stop making decisions because you just found out that you have this mental health disorder. You can't, because your life still needs to move on. I'm not saying that you can't give yourself a second. Am I making this decision because this is really what's best for me? What is best for me? Like, definitely think about the decisions in a different way, maybe, or step back before you make your choice. Whether you have a disorder or you don't have any disorder, you can make decisions. Period, point blank. And you don't need to feel bad for making them. So this is something that I am struggling with. I am currently struggling with it. I was struggling with it. And now I can see that my future is going to struggle with this a little bit. Not questioning my whole entire everything. So I asked him, my therapist is a him. So I asked him if I could talk to him. Just like, if I could just talk to him about all of my decisions. And he was like, yeah, but like the big ones. I'll give you the tools that you need to make your own decisions in your every single day life. But if you need me to help you sit down and really plan out your big decisions, of course, that's what I'm here for. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sit down with my therapist every time I have like an actual life-changing event going on. I'm going to sit down with him and I'm going to explain, this is my rationalization for what I want. This is why I want to do this. These are my options. This is what good and bad could happen. And we're going to walk through it. We're going to make a plan. We're going to make it so that it's done in not an impulsive way. And I'm actually thinking everything through. So that's going to be like key, is making a plan with your therapist. So that way, if you're questioning yourself a little bit, you don't make any large decisions without having some sort of support. Because maybe if you make the large, really big decision in your life and it doesn't go as you thought it would go, you're going to maybe self-doubt. So just so you don't guess yourself and doubt yourself when you're making these decisions, and then if something doesn't go as you thought it was going to go, you don't have this thought in your head that oh, I made this decision when I wasn't at a good spot, or I made this decision too impulsively, or I can't trust myself. If you're struggling with having self-doubt, this will make you feel a little bit more secure because you have someone else helping you guide it. And a tool that my therapist gave me for everyday decisions and things like that, just so that I didn't feel like I couldn't make decisions. Because I really, this whole getting diagnosed thing, it really spooked me. I know that I've had it, bipolar's been in my life. This isn't just coming out of nowhere. I know I've had it, but putting a label on it really, really, really scared me. I know that I need an extra help and tools to help me push through those self-doubt moments. So he told me that when I'm making a decision, I just need to really think. Ask myself questions. Don't question myself, but ask myself questions. Like, why do I want to do this? Is this going to have a negative consequence? Am I going to be bankrupt? Am I going to physically be in harm? Am I compulsively eating food? Or do I actually need to nurture myself? So I'm eating because I need to nurture myself. Things like that. Just small questions that are going to make me step back and process why I'm making these decisions. So these questions are going to be really important. So important for me every day. So I'm going to take those questions and apply them to my smaller everyday life kind of things. And then for my bigger what ifs and big events and just questions that I don't understand, he did have me buy a notebook that I am going to start jotting things down. Now he said, I am not journaling. He didn't tell me that was necessary for me. So I don't have to journal. I might journal if I want, but in a way, this channel is kind of like me journaling. That one wasn't something I needed to do, but he did want me to feel like if I have questions, he doesn't want me to forget them. So write it in a notebook, write it down so that we can go over it in the future, the next session, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, with all of that self-doubt, I needed some more self-understanding. So that's why, researching what bipolar is has been important for me, because I don't want to always be questioning myself, and I don't want to feel like whatever decisions I make were because I was manic or because I was depressive or whatever the case may be. I want to be very confident in my choices, and I don't want to blame any life situations I have on the fact that I am bipolar or because I have anxiety or whatever the case may be, whatever your case may be. The whole purpose of going to therapy is so that you can understand yourself a little bit more. And with that understanding, love yourself a little bit more and appreciate yourself a little bit more, and not feel like because you have this or that, you get yourself into situations or you don't deserve to answer your own questions. I am not bipolar. I am Melanie, and bipolar is something that I have, but I am more than able to make my own decisions, and I am confident that I'm going to get through that self-doubt phase and become more self-aware. Everything that I'm doing, all the effort I'm putting in, going to therapy and making this channel and journaling and then writing in my notebook for questions, all of this is work I'm putting in for myself. This is all work that I'm doing so that I can be more understanding of myself and just become a better person. So I am working on that. I'm working on trying to understand myself and and feeling like I am enough, more than enough, like I am good, I'm not a burden to anyone. Because that's another thing. You don't want to feel like you're burdening your friends, family, significant other. Like, you want to be confident in yourself. You want to know that you're worth the love that they're giving you. You want to know that you're worth yourself loving you. Like, you want all of that. And it's hard sometimes when you don't understand yourself, or when you're lost, or just, when you're diagnosed with something new. It's hard to really appreciate yourself. I've been trying to step back and really love myself, like words of affirmation in front of a mirror, like telling myself, like, you're beautiful the way you are, you're smart the way you are, like, you are wonderful the way you are, like, you're great. Like, just reminding yourself you're great. You're gonna get through all of this, and it's gonna make you a better person at the end of the day. You're going to get all of this resolved. That is what I've been trying to do to just help myself be a little bit more motivated and a little bit more self-assured. And it definitely helps. I do have a strong support system, so that's definitely been helping. So if you don't feel like you have that, try and look for a support system, or try and, find a community. This right here, like, I am trying to do this to make a community for you guys, to ask me questions, to talk to me if you need me, to talk to each other, to just feel like someone else gets you. Like, this is definitely why I'm making this channel, because I'm fortunate. I have a great support system, and I'm really, really lucky for that. I might not have realized that in the past, but like, I do know this. Like, I value the people in my life a lot. So I know that not everyone has that, and I really want everyone to feel like there's someone out there that wants to be there for them. I'm here, whether I actually know you or I don't know you, I'm here. I would listen, I'll answer, and if anything, the comment section, reach out to people. I put in links down below too. So if you ever feel like everything is just too much for you and you need some more support, you maybe having bad thoughts, please look at the links below, see if any of those work for you, if anyone can help you there. But it's really important that everyone has some support and really is trying to love themselves and understand themselves and work on themselves, because at the end of the day, you're the first person that you have in this world. And if you don't have any other support, you're maybe the only person that you have in this world. And you need to love yourself before other people will love you. And you need to understand yourself before other people will understand you. And that goes for physical, mental, sexual, everything kind of health. It's very important that you understand yourself before someone else is going to be able to accommodate or help you with anything, or just be there for you. Do your research, put in the time, love yourself, really work on yourself. And then other people will slowly start to see the changes that you're trying to implement in your life as well. I feel like I need an example here of how this whole diagnosis process has made it difficult for me to understand myself. So let's take a look. I've moved a lot in my life. I think in the last 3 or 4 years since I graduated high school, I have moved a good 10 or 11 times, going back and forth different cities, moving for jobs. I've been all over the place. And for a long time, I just thought I am spontaneous. I absolutely love going places and traveling and meeting new people. And that might be the case a little bit, but not all so much. So as that might be the case, yeah, I love meeting new people and I like traveling and I like new experiences. It's not exactly why all of that happened. And I'm gonna make another video talking about this a little bit more, and other things, the questioning stuff and understanding my stuff. This is part of it. I moved so much and I picked up and left relationships and all of this, not so much because I'm just so spontaneous. No, it was because I'm bipolar and I am self-destructive and I have, some self-destructive tendencies. So I picked up and moved every time I got bored. I'd be in one place for 3 or 4 months and I'd be like, yeah, I'm just not feeling the vibe. Pick my whole entire life up, pack all of my stuff, pack my dog, and move to Texas. Do you understand? That's a almost 20-hour drive from Florida, like to Texas. And I would just pick up and leave and like be like, oh, well, I found a job, so it's justified because I'm actually moving for my job. I need stability and I absolutely hate consistency. So that's something I am going to work on, and that also is something I have to understand about myself. I need stability and I need to find that in my life to be a better version of myself. I have not been able to build anything for myself because I am consistently leaving the places that I'm at, or leaving relationships, or leaving friendships, or leaving careers because I am not happy in them. And that's okay. If you're not happy in the situation, you should. But why? My issue in most cases are that I'm just like not happy because I'm bored or I don't feel challenged. So that's something that I'm going to work with my therapist about. Now, every time I make a decision, I'm like, is this for me? Is this really to help me? Or is this because I'm just bored and uncontent with something at this current moment? Like, am I hurting myself in the future, or am I actually making my future better? That's just an example. I just wanted to bring that up because I felt like that might not be understood necessarily, like how my bipolar or some of my diagnoses really affect my questioning. But that one right there, I really genuinely felt like I was just like a very out there kind of person. Like, I just love to be spontaneous and go new places and try new things and like meet new people. But in reality, like, nah, not at all. Like, yeah, kind of, but like really it was just self-destructive tendencies. And now I have to check myself. So sorry guys, a little change in scenery. I completely forgot to make the outro of that video. So I just wanted to say that, you know, self-doubt is not wonderful. It doesn't feel great, but understanding myself and understanding why I made the decisions in the past that I have, and how I can correct myself in the future to make, you know, productive changes, things that are going to help me in the future. That's amazing. So I am self-doubting currently, but with the tools and therapy and all of the support I have at home, hopefully that'll start going away and I'll start making decisions and just feel rational and like confident while I'm making them. So I am excited to keep you guys updated on that. So if anyone struggles with that, you know, if you have any tips or anything you want to share, please comment below. And then I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, with the holiday seasons and everything going on, just take time for yourself, you know, do something that's going to be for you. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because without you taking care of yourself, you're not going to be the functioning person that you are. So if you need to reach out to family, friends, or just be alone, do what you need to do for you, because that's what's really important. But just please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys really soon.